All right. So what we are doing here is we'll understand how we can invoke our browser and how we can deal with the WebDriver. So when we discussed last time that whenever we want to run our code, we want a main method, right? So we'll be having main method here. Okay. So my main method is here now. So first of all, I want a drivers. Okay. So we want a driver. Let's say I want a Chrome driver. So what we are doing right now to have a simple script, will be having all the drivers. Okay. So let's say I want to run my script on Chrome. I want Chrome driver. If I want to run my Firefox, I want a Firefox driver. So I will say Chrome, and this is very easily available. So let's say Chrome driver, download, and here. Make sure, let me just go there and then we'll see. So here, the latest version, it's saying that, we are having 87, 88, 89. All right. So whenever you choose any driver from here, you have to make sure that what browser you are having actually. So if suppose you are using some different browser, okay, and you are having, I will come here. I will just download my 88. This is 32. I'll go with 32 and it's installed. Let's say if I want for Firefox, come to WebDriver, okay, then go to the official site. Then you have to make sure the version you have you have installed on your machine for Firefox, this one and this one is same actually. So let me go to some other one. So let's say try to 32. It's done here. Same as if you go for Internet Explorer WebDriver, you will be finding for all browser actually driver. So you have to just go and you have to, let's say I come here, and if I come here all the way down, it says browser. So you can go to this official site as well, selenium.dev to download. You can click on browser, you will be finding the browsers here. So if I just want with Opera, all the driver will be listed there actually. So from here you can download let me see what is there. So from there you can download a version. All right. So as of now, what I have two drivers with me. Okay. I will come here. I know this is my script, right? I'll be writing all my code here. I can do one thing here. I can come here.
Sorry, Bharat, I joined through mobile, now connecting through computer. So I just message. Sorry about that.
Okay, fine. So, okay, fine. So I'm here on this project, and what I want actually, I want everything to be at one place actually. Because see, I don't want to go for driver for different place, so all that. So what I can do, I can right click on this, I can go to new, and I can create one folder here. I will say drivers, okay, and I'll be placing my all the drivers here. I will just open this one. This will help you as well. So let's say this is my folder where I have a driver. So instead of putting my driver here and there, I will be putting all my driver in one place. So I will be going to, all right, so let me go to my, so now if I come to my script and if I refresh it, I'll be having two exe files. One is for my Chrome and one is from our Firefox. So I'm having both here now. Okay. So whenever I'll give the path, I will give the path for this one actually. Now what to do actually? So I'll be creating I will be declaring object and variable actually. So what I can do here is my driver is done actually. I already downloaded it. So now my another work will be I'll be needing a jar file. So we'll see when we'll be needing actually, we'll import it actually. So for now, what I want to tell my script that where is my Chrome driver actually, or Firefox driver. So I'll be saying system dot. Okay, system is my class. In this class we have different methods. So I'll go with the set. I will be saying set property. I'll be looking for that. All right. Let's see. Who is not actually? I mean, Ramdas, you're already here, right?
Yeah, I'm connected to mobile now, trying to connect through my computer actually. So host has another meeting in progress, it's saying. Maybe did you get a request? Not sure. I connected to
I
same
got like
credentials.
I joined late. Yeah, still on mobile.
No, yeah, the host has another meeting. I'm just connected to my computer now. So did you have any admit or something?
No, I don't have any option actually. I'm not getting
Oh,
any option.
okay. I'll just drop from mobile and just connect. If can you
Sure.
please admit?
No,
Yeah.
you might
Sure.
be connecting in the old one, Ramdas. The numbers have changed, no?
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay. Sorry
Yeah.
about
I
that. Yeah.
think so. Yes, I guess that's a problem. I guess yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll connect to the new one. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
So now let's do one thing here. So we have to tell our script, because see, our script will not understand that which driver we have to use. So now we are using one class. System is a class, and in that we have one method which is set property. We'll be setting a property. Okay, here we have to give two parameters, or I would say arguments here. So I'll be giving for, let's say I just want to work on Chrome. So what I'm gonna do, I'll be saying web driver dot Chrome driver. So this is what I'll be giving here. It will be in double quotes. Okay. Now this is for Chrome. If it is Firefox, just write it Firefox here. Okay. So this is for Chrome. Now path. So to get the path, I want this path, right? Because see, my Chrome driver is here. So I'll be right click on this. I'll be going to property, and I'll be copying this path. All right. So this is the path which I'll be using. So all right. So here I have given this path where I'm having my Chrome driver. Now what is next? We have given now my script know that this is the Chrome driver we are using, and this is the path where I am having my Chrome driver. Okay. So now next step is we will be creating an object of WebDriver. WebDriver we use to driving our web. Okay. So we'll be saying web driver. You can create any name, you can give any name. I'm giving as a driver, it's up to you. And then we can say new, and as I am invoking my Chrome driver, I'll be saying Chrome driver, and that's it. Okay, so now I'm saying that I have to open, I have given this path of my Chrome driver, and I'll be using my Chrome driver. So if I come here, it will give you error. It is not finding the Chrome actually. If I come here, it's also not finding anything. So for that, we'll be importing our jar file. Okay, so when I say jar file, I have, let me see that. If you come to browser, you can say send along jar file. Okay, so let me click on this as well. Okay, so this is standalone. Yeah. Okay, let's keep it. Okay, so now what I have to do here is I'll be going to my driver, which is in my Okay, so what I did actually, I just have this build path, and I was having that jar file under this module actually. So you should be having this under class path. So if you have this jar, standalone jar file and class path, it will work fine. All right. So now we have WebDriver. Now what I have to do, I have created this object, okay, which is instance variable for me. So now let's say I want to navigate to any application. There are so many methods we have associated with this instance variable. So I want to close, I want to equal, find anyone, find element, find elements, gate. There's so many which we have here. So let's say I want to navigate on a page. So I want to navigate on any page. So let's say there's a page here. We have HTTP demo 29. You can navigate on any page. I'm just having this page. So it will be test dot new tool. All right. So this is the URL which I have. So let's try this actually. We'll see other later. So I will just run this. I have just written simple code on Chrome. We are just navigating on this URL. Just wanted to see, like, whether it's working fine or not. So it's navigating there. So it's opening new browser, which is Chrome. If you will have a Firefox, it will open into Firefox, same URL. You have to just only change that driver. That's it. Same script will run actually. So instead of this one, you have to just Firefox, and here you have to write the driver actually. So let's say this is done. Now what I want to check the title of that page. Okay. So let's say the first requirement that I have to want, because see how do you know that, that let's say you have one page. Let me open this one. So when you work on manual testing, what we do, we just go here, we open this URL, let's say, and once here, if I check the title will be a little different, right? But if I log in, okay, you will be going to a home page of that application, right? There you will be having different title. Okay, so you can check, you can do the validation that you are able to successfully log in into that application or not. If it is not, you're not getting that title there, which we have after login, that means you didn't log in properly. Okay, this is how we check actually. Let's say there are some new things there. Let's say if you log into some page, and once you log in, there will be welcome to someone names, or anything if there, right? So we can get that text from there and we can validate that. So let's say what I want a title actually. To get the title, we can say title. Let's say we'll say driver first of all. Dot break. You see here, there are so many methods we have. The first one we have the title. So if I select this one, and if I want to store this, right? Or say if I say system.out.println, and you can have this here as well. It's system.out.println. Let me just write it. Okay. So it will be like this. Done. So it will print a title. So I can say title of that page. Okay. And it will be right. So it will print a title for you. Now what I want actually, so this is the one way which you can directly print the title. Or suppose you want to do some validation, right? So how do you do that? So for that, you will be having some variables. Let's say if I have one variable, which is title, we know that title will come with string, right? It will be having number, it will be having something, anything it can be, right? So what we can do in this case, we can have one variable. So we can say string, and we can say actual title. Okay, we can take the title and we can assign as a null as of now, because there's no value it has, right? And instead of direct printing here, we can say actual title equal to driver. Okay, so now this actual title is having this variable having a title because we are assigning this value to actual title. Now let's say I want to validate this actually. So what I can do, I can say this is string and I can say expected. What is my expected title? The expected title, it will be if I give that my title should be welcome Mercury, and should be like this. Okay, so this is my expected. I'll be checking, I'll be comparing my actual and expected. So actual will come in with this line because I said driver get title. So whatever the page you have open, I want a title of that page. Okay, so it will come here. Now I need to compare this. So expected this one. I have written this title somewhere in my Excel sheet or somewhere, right? And I'll be comparing this one with the actual one. So for that, what you can do, you can use the if else condition. So for that, you can say before doing with the automation, actually, whenever your page is open. So this is my browser will open actually. So here my browser will open. So once it's open, you can say driver dot. Okay, that's driver dot. Okay, driver dot. What methods we are having here? So we'll say navigate manage. So we'll be having manage dot. Okay. And then we'll be having timeout dot implicit wait, and we can do any time here, which is like 5. So what 5 is? So I can say my 5 is time unit. What time unit I can say? It could be day. 5 could be day, hours, microsecond, millisecond, could be anything, right? But we know that open a page, it will not take 5 seconds, or I mean, like let's say if I'm opening any page, sometime it take 5 seconds, sometime it take 10 seconds. So I can give a second here. So let's say if I come here, yes. So I'll be just copying this one from when I'm opening my page. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying you have to open this URL. Okay, but as soon as you will start, okay, you will start opening this URL. Sometime it will open very immediately. Sometime it will take time. Let's say this is what I want to open. So it's open immediately, right? Let's say it's opening very late, right? It's taking some time. And if I'm not having this line, okay, if I'm not having this line, what will happen? It will directly come because the page is not loaded yet. And we are trying to capture the title of that page. It will be fail because the page is not open properly, right? So what we have to do, we have to wait for some time that, okay, we'll say that, okay, we'll wait for 5 seconds and we'll give enough time to open this page and then we'll check the title. Okay, here, if you say 10, it will say 10 seconds. Okay, if I change this value to my hour, it will say 10 hours, but 10 hours will not take actually in normal scenario. So we'll be giving a second. Okay, this is what I have given here. So now let's see your page open in 2 seconds. So you will say that, okay, my 8 seconds is wasted. No, the 8 seconds will not be wasted here. Okay, as soon as it will be open in 2 seconds, your line will change and it will come here. Photos will come here. So this is the beauty of implicit wait. There's one more wait we have in this, which is hard-coded wait we never use actually. So for that, let's say if I use this one, if I will use that wait, let's say 20 times, okay, and I have given that 20 second or 10 second, right? 10 second for every line. And we are our page is opening in just 2 seconds, right? So our 8 seconds will be wasted. So that's why we will not be going to use that hard-coded wait. we'll be using this implicit wait. Implicit wait is just like, as soon as your page is open or loaded properly, okay, it will not wait for 10 seconds. It will come to another line and capture the title. So that's why we use this actually. So now what we can do here, so whenever you open, always try to some time actually, because see, you never know, right? Today it's opening very fast. Let's say if someone is working on different system, and might be that internet is not fast on that machine, right? So we should be giving some time here, that if someone else is working on same script, that person can open and then capture the title properly. Okay, so these are my class. This is my instance variable. In this instance variable, I can access all these methods. Okay, so if you go with manage timeout, and in timeout you have an implicit wait. Okay, so let's say now you have captured your title. Okay, what do you want to do? You want to compare it actually. So we use if else condition, right? Last time we just saw that. We'll say actual dot. Now we'll have contain equal with a string, with character. There are so many methods which we have here. So whatever is appropriate for us, we'll check. We'll look for that actually. So we'll say contain equal. So if I say contain, this is for Boolean, okay, and this is for Boolean string actually. So we'll go with this. This for string buffer. So we'll say the first one. Now expected this one, and I know this one expected is having this value. Okay, so we'll be giving this one. Right. So now it's done. Right. So in this, what I can say system.out.println. I can say test passed, and if it is not, if it is okay, so let me just give this one. I'll say else, and if this is equal, this actual driver which we are fetching with this one is equal, then it's pass. If it is not, then we'll say fail. We'll say okay. This is how it is actually. So let's try to run it actually. We'll see, first of all, we'll capture this one and we'll see what is the actual title is coming. So we'll say system.out.println, and we'll say we'll print this actual here. Just see where what what actual title is coming. So here we'll say actual title. I just want to print and I just want to see actually. Okay, and then we'll be validating this actually. All right, so let's run this now. It's very simple. Okay, the page will not close because we didn't write any code for that. So we'll be just closing manually from now, and we'll see the actual title. It's saying this is the actual title of that page. Even if you want to check, we can just go here. We can right click on this and we can say inspect, and we will see here is the title, welcome my tour, and this is what we are fetching from the page. Okay, and it's fail because in this we are not having this one, and this one is not same actually. We have some column here, it's not this column there. So let's say if I have this same thing there in my expect as well. So let's say I'm having this one. Now it's same as my actual. Let's run it now. Okay, so if I just close this, it's passed. So simple. What we did here, we just having our Chrome driver. Okay, we are just mentioning the URL, which URL you want to navigate. Okay, and then we are having implicit wait. We want to wait actually before checking title. Because see, what we are thinking in our mind that, okay, it's working fine for me. My machine actually, it's working very fast. But let's say if it's running on some other machine, it will take time. Then we'll be giving, it's good to give some time here actually. Safer side. Okay. Even if you'll not give and it's working fine on my machine, let's run it now. I just commented this and I think it will work fine for me actually. But we don't know, like, it will work fine on other machine also as well or not. So see, it's refreshing actually. So sometimes it take time. So let's try this. See, it's working for me. All right. So, but have it always. And then what we did, we just capture the title using a instance variable. Get is the method. So we are getting the title of that actually, get title. All right. And then we are printing this one. So we are printing here, it's printing here, same thing. And then we have given the condition that actual title, which is this one, okay, is content equal to the expected. So if you have something not equal, it will fail. Something is missing there. Okay. So this is what we will be doing here. Now the question comes, this is we did a normal thing actually, just navigating on the page and validating the title. But now let's say I want to deal with username, password and all that, right? How we can do that? So for that, let's say if you come here and if I just select this, let's say I want to enter something here in username or in password, right? So if I come here, this field will be having some different attributes. Okay, so type, username, something different, right? So that I have to see. So what I can do here is I'll be writing one code for that and through which I can check that. So let me do one thing here. I'll be going to my script and let's say what I want to do. I want to do driver dot. Okay. Now I have a different methods. So I'll be saying find. What is find? If it is one element I want to find, I will go with the find element. If I have go with the multiple, it will find. So we'll go with find. Okay. Find anyone. Then how I can find it actually. So I'll be saying by. Okay. I can say by. Now as soon as I'll write by, it will tell you that how you want to find it actually. You want to find it with a class name, you want to find it with a ID, you want to find with a link text, how you want to find the elements on the page. Let's say if you want to find a page, find a web elements on page, how do you find it actually? So for that, let's say we'll go with let's say what I have here. So if I come here, I have only just my name. Don't have any ID for this. I don't have. It's depend on that developer actually, whether that person, if the person will give ID for this, it will display here. But we don't have much option here. We have just name. Okay, so name is there. We cannot have type because see, if I see here, you will not find any option for type. There's no option for type here. So we cannot go with the type. So what I can do, but I have name here, which is I can say name. So if I say come here, let's wait. All right, so let me just name. Since I will write name, I can say I can give a name here. All right, so I can give my name, which is a username. Okay. All right, so this is done. All right, now what I want actually send key an element, and I can say my name. All right, this one is there, and we'll say send key. Okay, so I just found the elements, which is username. The name of that field is username, and I can enter anything here. So let's see if I want to enter only just something username is what I want to enter. Okay, Let's see this actually if it's working or not. Page is opening. It will do a step by step, and username is entered here. So send key is the method through which we can enter the thing in the our control field or form field, I would say. Okay, same as for this one. If say, let's say I want to enter, see I need both, right? To enter login, right? So I will say find elements, go with the I dot, what I can do, name. Let's see here, if I come here, let me see if I have name here or not. Is name there, we'll go with the name. If it is something else, we'll go with something else, right? We'll say this one. Here as well, we don't have much option. We have just name. So I can say copy, and I can give here as a name here. ID is there. If the developer has given the ID for that element, we can use ID as well. Okay, so we'll say send. Okay, so send is there. Send key for the providing the text. So if I say username, it will be in there. So what is the issue here? Send key. Okay. And now I have entered my username and password. Now I have to click on submit. For submit as well, we'll be having something locate. So let's see here. So something here. So we have name as well here. If suppose you work on any application where you, let's say they have given for multiple elements, right? So in this case, you cannot go with the name. Then you have to go with some other ID actually. Dot find element, then I name. Okay, and I'll name, I can say submit dot. I have to click on that button. So now I'll be selecting. If you want to, let's say there's a one field is here and something is already written here. You want to clear this first, right? And then you can write there. So for this, there is one more option here. We can say here, we'll clear that, and then you will write. Right now for me, the work is to click on that. So let's click on that. So done. Right? What I did, I enter. I know this is wrong actually, but we'll see. This is in username, password, and then I'll click on this one. Let's try this. It's working. So I think here there's no validation actually. Okay. Now let's say you are here. Okay. So that means you can give anything here. We don't have any validation on a login. All right. So you are here. You have given this one for login. Okay. You can enter any name, username actually, username and user password name. All right. But if you are having, if you are doing the validation, then you will be getting error. Okay. Let's say if you are trying to enter with wrong username and password, you will be getting some message here, right? That's not successfully logged in or something, right? Capture that and validate that. That if you are getting this one, that means you are not successfully logged in. But in our case, we have logged in properly. Let's say we'll try to do that as well. So let's say admin. Done. Now we are getting this one. Okay, we'll capture this. So our condition is like, as soon as we are logging, we are getting login successfully. So if login successfully is coming, that means we have logged in system properly. There's no issue. That is the valid username and password for me. So I need to check this one, that this message is appearing there or not after login. Okay. So what I can do here is I can now validation. So what I can do here is once you have logged in till here. Now I can come here and I can say, okay, so let me grab that actually. So let me come here. I can say admin admin. Okay, this is what we are logging here. All right, and it's td and this one. So there's one more tool actually here. Let me tell you about that. So let's say what we did here, it's very tough for you to find the class and all that, right? It's very tough, right? You cannot find ID, you cannot find the class. How do you get this text here? So for that, you have one extension available on Chrome, which is a selector hub. So you can go with this one. You can click on selector hubs and you can add this extension on your, already it's added on my Chrome. You can use it actually. So it will help you to find the elements. It will help you to locate your elements on web page. Okay. So what I can do now, let's say I want to capture this one, right? I want to find the location of this one. I can directly come here. I can say this one, I can select selector hub. As soon as I'll go, I can find all this actually. I can find relative path. I can find absolute path. I can find tag. So all this is there. So let's say I want to go with my relative path, X path. So it says in heading level 3. So it's heading level 3, right, for me. So it's heading level 3. This is the normalized space equal to, or you can say content as well. So you can say this one, instead of writing this one, you can also write h3. Okay, and then in this you can say contains. Okay, what contains? Contains text. So I will say text. Okay, and then in this I can say single quote. I'll be just copying, pasting this one. Okay, let me remove this one. All right, and the same. Even if I write this one, normalize space, you can also write your own X path. And as soon as you will find this one, you will hit enter, say 1 of 1. There's one element available with this X path. So what you did, you know that this is under H3. H3 contain text. What is containing? This one is containing. So you can use this X path. So now just I will copy this one and I will go to my script. What I can do here is I can say driver dot, okay, driver dot find, okay, driver dot find element. Now instead of name, every time we use name here, because see we have given the name here, I will say by XPath. Now because I have XPath for me, now XPath I can say in double quotes, I can say XPath. Put you on the XPath. Okay. So now because see I use this is my XPath. Okay, XPath always start with double forward slash actually. So here XPath. Now what I want to capture that text, right? So what I can say get, and there's one option here, there's one method here, which is a wave element, so it will be a string. So we are capturing the text, and we can store this in somewhere. Okay, so let's say I can create one more here variable. I can say it's string, okay, actual text. Okay, I'll be saying I'm giving actual. No, I will not be giving this one. Okay, let's give it, yeah, null as of now. And then expected text, and I'll be saying you know what is printing here, login. I'll be just copying this one and I'll be putting here. Okay, let me remove everything. Okay, my actual expected. Okay. So we'll say string. We have actual, text, and expected. If this is coming, then that means we have successfully logged in. Will not go there and will not check manually. So again, what I'm going to do, I will just copy and paste this one. Okay, I will be doing same thing here as well. Only just change the variable. So I'll just pasting here, and I'll be having this actual. Let me just go up. I will say actual test. So I'll come here. I will say actual test, and I will be having this value, the text value in this actual. Okay. Now in actual test, my that value is stored now. So what I can do here is now I will come here. I will say actual test, actual instead of actual title, actual tests, and expected text. So I'm just changing the variable here. What I did, just I check for title. Now I'm checking for my actual text equal to expected test. Okay, it's saying here we can print. We can print successfully login. So I can just say past, or here I can say, okay, let me just copy and paste this one. Instead of this one, I can say fail. If that is not there, then it's fail. Here's all right. So let's run it now. Okay, enter, login. Okay, done. We'll close this as well. It's pass. If let's say we just change the value here, if we don't want to, if we want to fail it actually intentionally. So what I can say, see, I'm just writing some failed, something like that here. Now this one and the whatever it will be getting here on this page will not be same. So it will be fail. Let's try that. Here successfully is coming, but we expected we are not writing that actually. Let's come. It's there. So first one is pass, the title is passing, but second one is fail because we are not matching with the expected and actual is not matching. Fail. So this way we can write the code actually. This is very lengthy actually as of now, but for whenever we'll be needing actually we'll be making a function, right? Why should I write everything here? We can make a function and we can call it. And this is the beauty. That's why we use the function actually, methods we use. We just have one, I will write this one time. And whenever I want to test, I will just pass my actual and expected in a parameter and it will validate. So this is how it will work. So to reduce the number of lines, we use methods. So instead of this 4 line, we can just write 1 line. We'll just call the method and that's it. Our work is done. That's why we use methods. All right.